Hey guys, it's Bella and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A today because it has been so long since I've done one of these. Me. And I love doing them because you guys ask juicy questions and we don't like boring Q&As here. And the Instagram update where you can like comments is like the best thing ever because I can see like all of the top comments that you guys want to know the most, the tea. So yeah, let's go into it. I asked for some questions on my Instagram, so you guys can follow me there. Shameless plug, Isabella_Fiori. It's down below if you don't know how to spell my name, because a lot of people don't. And if they see it, they don't know how to pronounce it. I get Fiori a lot, and I get Fiori. I got Fiori so much that I actually got it on like my grade 12 jersey. Okay, anyway, let's get started. First question and the top comment is thoughts on the Laura Lee Jeffree Star controversy. And I don't know, I feel like I don't really have that many thoughts. I kind of feel like, you know, karma's a bitch. What goes around comes around. You get what you give. You know what I mean? And like the apology. I mean, come on. I feel like even my pet fish can act better than that. And Jeffree Star, like, I don't know. I used to really dislike Jeffree Star. I feel like that's no surprise to anyone. But lately, I feel like he seems like a different person now and that he's kind of learnt from his mistakes. I don't know if this sounds really lame or weird or whatever, but I don't dislike him. I feel like I'm just kind of indifferent. I feel like people can learn and grow from their mistakes. And that reminds me of like another topic, which is like cancel culture. I feel like that shit is so dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna get into it because it's gonna open a whole can of worms, but I just feel like cancel culture is stupid and people need to stop being sheep. And yeah, okay. Next relationship is, have you and Kerry gotten into a comfy, boring stage of your relationship? And if so, how did you get out of the rut? I mean, I would say we're comfortable, but not boring. I feel like my relationship with Kerry has never been boring, but we're super comfortable around each other. I feel like comfortable and boring don't go hand in hand. Like, I can take a poo in front of him, that's fine. I'm super comfortable, but it's not boring, and it's never boring, and it's never been, like, I've never felt bored in my relationship. You know what I mean? God, I say do you know what I mean way too much. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you know what I fucking mean. Okay. If you could be one of the criminals you've had to research, which one would you be if you had to? Oh my god. I don't want to be any of them, to be honest. They're criminals. What is like the least bad criminal I've looked into? I feel like they're all pretty shit people. Shit enough to have a video done on them. If I had to be one of the criminals I'd research, I'd probably be Carla Homolka. She's a shitty ass person, but she's out now and she's like married and has 3 kids. So like, she's not in jail. So I feel like that's who I'd want to be. You know what I mean? Oh my god, there I go again. You know what I mean? Like, shut up. And that wasn't a fart. That was my foot, okay? I've got hardwood floors. It probably won't make it into the video, but how are you? Oh. This is a nice question. Like, how are you genuinely doing? I really hope you're doing well. I am doing so well lately. I feel like I am just, oh my god. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing well. I recently, well, not that recently, but I went on a whole ass trip to the other side of the world by myself and had the most incredible time. I've been going out to the shops alone. I've been walking Mia. I've been filming. I've been researching. I've been good. I've been so good. And I hope that you guys are well as well. That was a nice question. Who is the rudest celebrity / YouTuber you've ever met? Listen, I've got to say, I've never met a celebrity. Unfortunately, because when I was 12, I really wanted to go see Justin Bieber at the airport, which he probably wouldn't have come into the airport anyway, but my parents didn't drive me, and I was really sad and threw a massive tantrum. But I've never actually met a celebrity. Rudest YouTuber I've ever met is, I think I've spoken about this before, but I met a YouTuber at a Too Faced event in LA, which was literally the most incredible event. Oh my goodness. Anyway, like they were kind of mutually friends with a friend of mine, and we went up and spoke to them, and they like were kind of nice, I guess, but then I saw them later, and obviously because I had spoken to them and had a conversation with them, I like smiled at them because we made eye contact, and then they went, I mean, hello, and that was a man, and it wasn't Patrick Star, and I've never met Jeffree Star, so I don't want to get sued. How do you and Kerry maintain such a healthy long-term relationship? I don't know. I can't explain to you like what we do because I don't know. I feel like maybe when you're with the right person, you kind of just work well together. I think obviously communication is key, I suppose, although I'm kind of one of those really fucking annoying people that when I'm like upset or pissed off, like I won't tell you what's wrong. Like I'll make, like Kerry knows I'm upset and he'll like ask me what's wrong and I'm like, nothing. I don't know, other than that, like I feel like it's good to be able to live separate lives, like not separate lives obviously, but to coexist, to be able to coexist with that person and not totally depend on them for everything in your life, or to depend on them for anything actually. Like you shouldn't depend on your partner for your own happiness, and you should be able to, you know, have your own thing that you can do separately from them, and they should be able to do things separately from you. You have to trust them. So the next question is, what are your thoughts on the whole Laura Lee and Jeffree Star situation, which I've answered, but then it says, are people in the beauty community backstabbers, or have you made some true friends? Well, I don't feel like everyone in the beauty community is backstabbers. I feel like that would be a very big generalization, and I feel like it's gonna happen in every single industry. Like I'm sure that you guys have people at your work that are kind of shitty people and you don't get along with them, and you know what I just feel like, almost said it, I almost said you know what I mean there. That's gonna happen in every industry, in every workplace. There's gonna be a few bad eggs, but you shouldn't generalize a whole group of people based on those few bad eggs. Of course there's genuine people, and I have met some of the loveliest people that I adore with my whole heart and think they are so just incredible people, and they're not backstabbers and they're nice people. There's people in this community that are happy to see you grow and doing good things, and yeah, don't judge a few bad eggs and generalize the whole group. That's all I'm saying. Thoughts on the Jeffree Star Shane Dawson series, because I know you weren't a big fan of him. I would like to know if your views have changed, or I actually haven't watched any of that series, not even a minute, because like, I don't know, I just saw like, I think they're like an hour long, and I saw that and I was like, oh wow, and there's like 5 of them, so not gonna lie, I haven't watched them, but my views on Jeffree Star have changed anyway, because I mentioned this at the start of the video, didn't I? Have you ever considered expanding your career through YouTube, like into being a blogger or writing a book, or moving away from YouTube? So I don't want to move away from YouTube. I love YouTube. I love this space. I love that I can be creative and that I can do a bunch of different things that I love, like makeup, vlogging. I can do my mystery videos. It's like incorporating the best of both worlds, and of course having you guys along for the ride makes everything so incredibly much better. Like it just makes my life everything, like it's everything. But I definitely have some ideas of things that I want to do behind the scenes, which you guys will hopefully learn about if they come to life. If you had the honest choice to go back in time and do YouTube or finish your degree, what would you choose? I would do YouTube because I love YouTube and it is literally the best thing that ever happened to my life. Do you think Kate and Jerry McCann had something to do with Madeline's disappearance, murder, or abduction? And then there's a comment that says, people can't get away with a murder, but we all know 2 people who McCann. I don't know, listen, I'm so conflicted on that one. Sometimes I'm like, okay, like obviously they did it, because how else could it have happened, and no one knows what happened. But at the same time, I also get feelings of like they couldn't have possibly done it. I feel like there's evidence for and against. But when I say that, people get so mad. They're like, obviously they did it. I'm like, okay, obviously to you. Will you always live in Australia or would you like to move abroad one day? Oh my goodness. As soon as I can move overseas, I'm going to. Okay, Kerry just needs to finish his degree. I am 110% moving overseas. Have you ever had any toxic friends and how did you deal with them if you did have any? Do you have any advice for dealing with them even if you haven't had any? I have had my fair share of toxic friends in my life and my advice is cut them the flip off. That is exactly what I did. As soon as I noticed it, I was like, okay, bye. Like, this is not how it's gonna work. I don't care if, like, we have been friends for literally ever. I will cut you off if you are being a shitty person or if you're toxic. Like, I won't have any of it, okay? Out of all the unsolved cases you've researched, which one do you want to know the real outcome of? Definitely the McCann case, because that one fucks me up. I really don't know, like, what most cases that I, like, research, I have a really strong opinion about what I think happened and who I think did it, but that one really gets me. I have no freaking idea and it is so incredibly sad and I just want to know what happened. I want to know if the McCanns had something to do with it, and if not, I want to know who did. Like, that case fucks me all the way up. Can you give examples of how much money you earn? Understanding that it would vary. Okay, to give you an idea for Instagram, basically you should be charging 10% of your followers. So if you have, 300,000 followers, you should be charging $3,000 for an Instagram post. If you're getting 100,000 views on your story, you should be charging like $1,000 for an Instagram story. For YouTube though, it's like kind of different, especially because there's so many different variations of what you can charge for. Like a video mention, you can do a dedicated video for someone, you can do an exclusive video for someone. So they all differ in price, and then there's also AdSense, of course. So yeah, I don't really know how to charge for YouTube videos, honestly. I had to get my friends to help me with that. I need like a manager or something, but also like can't be bothered with a manager. Okay, I was just actually getting ready to go take Mira on a walk, but I wanted to elaborate on one of my answers. First of all, I don't charge $60,000 for a video, okay? Second of all, why does it matter if people charge $60,000 for a video? I can't believe people are mad about that. Like, okay, one, doing a sponsored video is a form of advertising, and it's a lot cheaper than advertising on like a TV show or in a movie or something like that. So $60,000 is still cheap for advertising, especially considering I feel like you get more out of it than putting an ad on a TV. So you're paying less for more, you know what I mean? Second of all, if you really liked these people and really supported them, shouldn't you just be happy for them making $60,000 a video? Like, come on, people. Every time I see people getting mad about that, I'm just like, oh, really? Like, I don't charge that much. And personally, in Australia, you can't charge as much as people in America because America is, where the market is. So that's another thing to keep in mind. But who cares if people are making that much money? Why do people care how much money people are making? And why is it okay to ask YouTubers how much we make? But if I went and asked someone else, on the street working a different, that like wouldn't be deemed socially acceptable. Why does it matter how much money we make? Okay, bye. Thanks. This is really personal, but what is your relationship like with your family? I know you often go over there to visit Hunter, Bo, and Ashi. Do you have a good relationship with them, or are you happy to be living separately from them, so to speak? I think I have a really good relationship with my parents, my family. I love my family. That's why I'm over there visiting all the time. I tell my parents everything. So if I don't like you, my parents don't like you. And my parents know everything about why I don't like you, what it is I don't like about you. Like, they know everything. And yeah, I think I'm pretty close with my parents. I go and visit them like literally twice a week. And they live like 40 minutes away from me. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end this Q&A. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.